So in this lecture, we'll be talking about alternative formats, options to support struggling writers to express their understanding, choices of products that can be used to demonstrate their knowledge to you as the teacher. We are still incorporating universal design for learning and differentiated instruction principles. Those strategies are still top of mind. All the options discussed today fit within that framework. This slide lists a number of alternatives to written assignments, product options that can be created in lieu of written text. We'll touch on each activity. First, let's talk about drawings. I often encouraged my students to draw what they understood about any concept we were learning. Often they felt they couldn't write about it because they didn't have the vocabulary. I encouraged them to visualize the information. This strategy supports visual learners. There are different drawing apps, so students have the option to create their own drawings on a device. This example is a comic book style app. There are other apps to create drawings for stories. There are many creative ways you can use drawing programs. I encouraged my students to incorporate drama into their product, as it helped to develop their literacy skills. To begin, they have to analyze how plays are structured, the elements of story building and character development. It introduces writing with metaphor and themes. All this and more is incorporated in drama. In my program, we created the play Deaf Crows. The link is on the slide over here. No, over there. Videos are another format for demonstrating understanding. Here's a video one of my students created. She wrote the script and videotaped herself explaining about her relationship with her mother and using sign language. In this assignment, she used several modalities: English writing, ASL performance, and videotaping. There are graphing apps that can be used by students to illustrate in a graph, which can then be printed. Their understanding of content learned. Collages allow students to create using pictures and visuals to demonstrate understanding. Have your students create concept maps. Concept maps are a useful tool. Students can pull out the main ideas and relationships from the text or lesson being taught, and then show what they've read and learned in a concept map. Students can create audio recordings to demonstrate what they know. Though technically not a collage, this kind of product might be good for young students who don't know how to use technology. Plus, this is another link to a website that helps with collage activities. I use storyboarding a lot. It helps students identify key points in the story. It helps them to determine which camera angle is best to capture the moment. The activity requires planning for emotional content, including color and text. Not too much text, but enough to show understanding. You can create comic books. The characters have their own speech bubbles. Again, short passages of text. Enough to show you that they have learned the concepts or materials taught in class. Students can make movie posters, cards, magazine covers, CD covers, and so on. Have a look at bighugelabs.com. If students feel uncomfortable giving a presentation in front of the class, consider using an animation program. Then they can pick their own avatar who will, quote, quote, speak for the student. While it's really the student's own voice, it's the avatar or animation the others see. I encourage you to have your students do photographic essays. Each photo would be accompanied by a short passage to link it to the topic of study. Students can play or actually create simulations, a great way for them to express their creativity and analytical thinking. This activity requires planning to incorporate the necessary features to make a game. Students can create their own board games. They can be used to demonstrate math concepts, topics studied in history or geography. Board games are an excellent product for students to demonstrate their learning and understanding. And when they play the games with their peers, then you can see what they understand and don't understand. Peer teaching is a powerful strategy to use in the classroom. It improves student efficacy, confidence, and communication skills. When a student has to explain to a peer what is meant by something, it has to be clear in their own head in order to communicate the concept. Each student would take it in turn to teach something to a peer. Very powerful strategy indeed. In addition to learning content, students are also discovering their own abilities, talents, and understanding of the subject. This especially becomes apparent during peer project-based learning. During those activities, you, as a teacher, have the freedom to walk around and observe what's happening. Take notes. That's their demonstration of knowledge and understanding. If a student feels confident enough to explain something to someone else, then their beliefs in their own abilities improves. Peer teaching may motivate students to be more engaged as they see themselves as a competent learner. Thank you for attending.